Hare Krishna Mataji, this is Murari Vallabha Das. Please accept my humble obeisance on your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept humble obeisances onto your lotus feet. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Guru Maharaj. Thank you so much Prabhuji. So today we are very fortunate that we are having His Grace Murari Vallabha Prabhu to enlighten us on Chaitanya Charitamrita. So thank you so much Prabhuji. We are very grateful.
Fortunate or unfortunate will only time will tell. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for giving your valuable association to all of us. Now you can take over the call. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Okay. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Today we are reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, text number 179. The Lord instructs Srila Rupa Goswami. Yache biya ikshu rasa guda kandasara sarkara cita nichari uttama micharyaram. The gradual development of prema may be compared to different states of sugar. First, there is seed of sugar cane, then sugar cane, then juice extracted from the cane, then this juice is boiled, it forms liquid molasses, then solid molasses, then sugar, candy, rock candy, and finally lozenges. Text number 180. Esaba Krishna Bhakti Rasera Stai Bhava Mile Yadi Vibhava Anubhava. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. All these stages combined are called Sthai Bhava, or continuous love of Godhead in devotion service. In addition to these stages, there are Vibhava and Anubhava. Purport. Attachment for Krishna never wanes. It increases more and more as one attains different stages. All the stages together called Sthai Bhava, or continuous existence of ecstasy. The ninth form of devotional service are Shravanam Kirtam Vishnu, Smaranam Pada Sevanam, Archanam Vandanam, Dasyam Sakyam, Atma Nivedam. Then, when continuous love of Godhead is mixed with the process of devotion service, it is called Vibhava, Anubhava, Sattvika, and Vebhichara. The devotee thus enjoys varieties of transcendental bliss. In his Amrita Pravaha Bhasya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur states that Anubhava can be divided into 13 categories. One is dancing, rolling on the ground, singing, ailing, jumping, making loud noises, yawning, heavy breathing, not caring for public opinion, discharging saliva, roaring laughter, unsteadiness, and hiccup. These are the symptoms of Anubhava. Thus, the transcendental mellows are experienced in different stages. Similarly, there are many other forms, expression that have been analytically studied by the Goswamis. In the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami gives each and every symptom a particular name. Sattvika Vibhichari Bhavere Milana Krishna Bhakti Rasahaye Amrita Aswadana. When the higher standard of ecstatic love is mixed with the symptoms of Sattvika and Vibhichari, the devotees release the transcendental bliss of loving Krishna in variety of nectarian taste. Text number 182. Echedadi Chitagrata Maricha Karpura Milanera Sala Haye Amrita Madhuram. These stages are a combination of yogurt, sugar candy, ghee, black pepper, and camphor, and are as palatable as sweet nectar. So we'll stop here because the other purport is quite long, one more thing. And another thing, it describes 5 types of rasa, Santa rasa, Dasya rasa, Sakya rasa, Vila, Vatsala rasa, and Madhur rasa. And these 5 categories arise from devotees of different attachments. So, Om Ajnana Timirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Nama. Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Ena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuttapadakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamsha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Lalita Shri Vishaka Vitamsha Namaum Vishnupadaya Krishna Peshtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshatarine Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gauratise Nama. He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vanchakalpatarubeksha Krapa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadada Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktavinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. This is one of the most exalted text in Chaitanya Charitamrita, because we are not in that stage still. Most of us are in, first we know that there is a faith, then there is sadhu sangha, then nama sangha, then anartha nivritti, then nishta, ruchi, asakti, and bhava, and prema. Most of us are nowhere near that stage. So it's very difficult to understand also unless we taste it. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling Rupa Goswami, who is already exalted, he can relish most of the things, and he is the right person to understand this rasa, this bhava, how many types are there. Here they are comparing it into a sugar, how the sugar is developed. Because sugar has got sugar juice first, and which is extracted from the cane sugar, and then it is boiled and it forms liquid molasses. From liquid molasses again it is condensed into solid molasses. From the solid molasses they add something, chemicals. They becomes white. If you want more white, they add, because naturally the sugar color is little brown, not white. They want to make it more white, they add some acidic everything. So that's why some of the people take only raw sugar. That is more important healthy wise. So here, not going deep into that, we can understand how much a cane sugar, to develop a real sugar out of the juice and other things, how it process takes place. It's not easy. So in our life also, we are still in Ado Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, and Anartha Nivritti. Most of us are in Anartha Nivritti or Bhajana Kriya. How our taste to the holy name, still it is not there. So we are trying our best to chant nicely, but same time we are not in a position to relish. Again, I am talking about myself. So we are not in a position to relish the sweetness, how sweet, because Krishna is Rasaraj, is the sweetest of sweet, and his name is more sweeter than himself. So we should understand why this sweetness is compared here to cane sugar, because in the world, cane sugar and sugar is the most sweetest. There are, again, example is given here, how this bhava, all these sages combined is called Stati Bhava, or continuous love of God at devotion service. in addition of these stages, there are Vibhava and Anubhava. So here, stages are told how ecstasy, we can go into ecstasy, different type of, and 9 type of devotion service. Prabhupada is very intelligent. He never said it's, devotion. He said always devotion service, because the happiness derived from service is much more than what we chant and other things. Chanting is a must because the basic foundation, which gives us, which enables us to enjoy and relish the name of the Lord, because that is not different from Krishna only. So again, here, Amrita Prabhava Bhashya, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, divided in 13 categories: dancing, rolling, singing, hailing, jumping, making loud noise, yawning, heavy breathing, not caring for public opinion, discharging saliva, roaring, laughter, unsteadiness, and hiccup. These are the symptoms of Anubhava. The transcendental mellows, that is again juice, mellows, are experienced in different stages. So these stages are very difficult to attain unless we are concentrate, unless we detach from our material desires and attachment to many things, attachment to Krishna. Unless we attach to Krishna, when we have got asakti, ruchi and asakti, then we are right candidate to develop this bhava, then prema. Many people, in this world are miser in one way, because they stop only up to the chanting and ananta nivritti and maybe, nishta. But many of them, they say it is enough. Like that, when we go back to Godhead, it is said that we have been taken to different places. Krishna says, when a devotee comes from any material world, he has to be worshipped by Brahma, because once the devotee started chanting the name of the Lord, he has to keep all the paraphernalia in his name before he could come there. This is said in scriptures. So Brahma is very much prepared for, making a worship of that devotee, one who goes. All the paraphernalia is there in Brahma's hand. So unless we make our decision clear where we should reach, so we have been, showing some Indra Loka and other Loka, most of the Loka. Once we think this is enough for me, in the life also, when you think this is enough for me, we cannot achieve the highest goal. So the highest goal is set. They say, shoot the moon, you will get stars. Shoot the rhinoceros, you will get small things. So our aim should be the highest. Then in spiritual, we cannot compromise. That highest goal has to be achieved. Whatever, difficulty, whatever obstacles, whatever, other obstruction or attachment to our family and other things should not come in a way. Emotion and duty and your duty-wise to family, that we have to do. But we cannot deviate from the spiritual path. Spiritual path only takes us the highest treasure, which Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wants to give to everyone. Through Rupa Goswami, which Rupa Goswami always, translate in our Nectar of Devotion, Nectar of Instruction. All these books are there. We can find out every word of this bhava is explained nicely. What is the primary verse and what is secondary relationship also, and what is. So here 13 ways of, he's explaining us. Why is explaining like that? Again in next, he says, these tastes are like combination for yogurt. We know yogurt is one of the pure derivatives of milk. It is done and it serves many qualities like milk. Sometimes it is better than milk. How it is better than milk? It can act as a very soothing agent to the stomach. It can stop your diarrhea. It can give you so many minerals, so many vitamins, so many other things it can give. It can give you a strength. And this yogurt, when combined with sugar, it will be and they say again ghee. Ghee is also one of the pure, black pepper and camphor. These are the things which catalyst, many of the things camphor and pepper makes this catalyst, the sweetness is multiplied. So when we see Krishna's beauty, you know that Krishna has got 4 other qualities than other people. That is Venu Madhurya, Rupa Madhurya, Guna Madhurya and Rasa Madhurya. So when he has got these 4 gunas more than others, Vishnu, Narayan and Shiva, all these people do not have these qualities. So Krishna's ras is entirely different from other when we worship other people, because Krishna wanted to give that. Krishna wanted to, but according to our capacity, according to our transcending what we call it 3 modes of nation, gunas, then we are in a stage to understand, yes, this is there. So here in 10.32, Srimad Bhagavatam, he said, Sarganam adir antascha madhyam chaivaham arjuna adhyatma vidyanam vada pravadatam aham. So he says, in all creation I am beginning and end. In the middle I am middle also I am. And in all science I am spiritual science of the self. And among logicians I am the conclusive truth. So we are stopping somehow, something hurdle, something making us to stop in chanting and anartha nivritti. Nishtha is there, of course. Nishtha is always there. So, but we want to taste higher than this. How can we taste it? By having ruchi and asakti in the name of the holy name, and not having any offense towards holy name. Then it is easy to climb. These are the ladder. These are the steps of the ladder. Once we start going up, we should not come down, because we are tasting higher taste. That's why Prabhupada and the Acharyas telling us what is this higher taste. Higher taste is tasting the mellows of Krishna's real love. He accordingly awards, because we know that Krishna awards according to our wish, according to our desires. He is a facilitator for our next birth. When we think of trying to get Krishna in our life and his name, and relishing every moment we say, when we say Hare, we have to relish. We are appealing to Radharani so that she will keep us in the service of the Lord and herself also. So when we say Hare, there is 4 words are there, H-A-R-E. So we should know that every word of this, every alphabetic of this word should be, relished. Yes, today I am praying to Lord, Radharani, so she can listen, because Krishna never say no to Radharani. He cannot say, because she is bound. She bounds him with her love. So Krishna is become a servant of Radharani most of the times. He can be servant of devotees also. When we bound, like Yashoda, who can bind him. It is impossible for anyone to bind Krishna, because only with love we can bound. But Krishna wants to show us much more than that. When we love Krishna, he wants to give us. Sometimes he gives us in installment, one by one. Sometimes he gives abruptly everything. So if you see Putana's case, most of the demons, most Shishupal, most of the people got, though they are behaved in different way, but Krishna gave them. Krishna gave them, but he didn't give them the real like gopis who wants Krishna only. They never want. They want to please Krishna only. So that sacrifice, whatever sacrifice we do in the life to Krishna, when we fast on Ekadashi, and that we chant more rounds, we read more things to make us purify. Same time Krishna will like it. So Gopi Geet also, if you see, Tava Katamratam Tapta Jivanam Kavibiriditam Kalmashapa. So if you see Gopi Geeta, also these famous words, that what it gives, you will become munificent to the whole world when you tell the pastime and tell the name of the Lord and guide the people who are misguided people. Then come to the our congregation and towards Krishna, bringing them the direction of Krishna, then Krishna is so pleased. He will give us. So our desire to do more service towards Krishna and his devotees and Radharani and other people who are attached to Krishna, it makes us to come very near to. We may be far away, we may be, distance-wise we far away, but every step of us towards Krishna makes us to relish. So everything. So whenever you build a house and take a loan, they don't give all the loan together. They give in installment. They see how much you have constructed, first floor, second floor, like that. So according to that, like that, Krishna also allows us installment, how we approach etayam padanti. So we should know that every day we should go further and further to get this rasa. This rasa is very important for us. When we attain this rasa, there is nothing can stop us. Nothing can be, attracts other things. So we cannot be antagonist of material development, though it is suicidal. We know material development is almost like a suicide, but we never antagonize. We may be part of it. That's what Prabhupada says. Now it's rati, prema means there are 5-6 classification. From abhiyoga, expressing one bhava, 2 types. One expressing reveals personally or someone else reveals. Now gopis reveals themselves, their desire. But we as devotees, we can see this, we can experience how they are, expressing that love, how they want to satisfy Krishna. So again, Vishaya comes, second one. Vishaya is 5 types. That is sound, touch. That is sound. Touch means sparsha. Beauty means rupa. Taste means rasa. And fragrance, gandha. So these Vishayas are there. Everything should be served in the lotus feet of Krishna. So what we have to touch, not our husband, not our, relatives, when we get touched, maybe that is senses which gives little pleasure. But when we touch the lotus feet of the Lord, when we dress him and when we touch, that touch is much, much, much more than anything else in the material light. And when we relish the beauty of the Krishna, our eyes should be moistened of seeing the beauty of Krishna. We should be gazing in his beauty and we should completely absorb. We could see nothing but the absorption from the eyes and other things, other senses, only to absorb his beauty, because he is Rupa Madhurya. Nothing is more than that. And there is how we taste. We can taste tulsi leaves put on his lotus feet, or we can taste, whatever prasad is served him. And of course, whatever bhog served him, it becomes fragrant. And gandha, when you apply gandha and we come out after applying to Krishna, you have to just see the fragrance. It is wonderful fragrance. That fragrance from the hand, many times it doesn't go many hours. This shows how this Vishayas transformed in spiritual things and how we are, relishing this rasa. Then comes Sambandha. Sambandha also glorifies 4 aspects. One is lineage. What is our lineage? We know that our lineage is Krishna. We have come from Lina. And he is the most famous person in the entire creation. He is Adi and Anadi. And his beauty, what is his beauty? Uncomparable. What is his quality? Is uncomparable. It is, and his pastime is no one can have that pastime. Most of the pastime, if you see how he delivers most of the people, and he teaches lessons to many people. And if you see the Banasur incidents also, how Aniruddha could have beaten him, because he has got so much power. He is none other than Krishna's expansion. Nobody can beat Aniruddha. But he wants to put more, he wants to fight with Banasura. So give him a tough fight, and he allows Lord Shiva to glorify him indirectly. So how, after defeating Shiva, Lord Shiva, how he glorified Krishna. So these are the pastime can be released many times. So we are many times proud. Krishna wants to cut this crowd into pieces and we show us real path, Jivire Swarupa Krishna Nitya Das. That Das is more important for them. Sometimes people call it Prabhu, Mataji Prabhu. So we don't think we have become Prabhu. We can never become Prabhu. We are always Das. So once we know that, this lineage, beauty, qualities and pastime, then we are going near Krishna to release that. What is the real treasure in our life, what we are aiming it for. Then the fourth one is Abhimana. Gopis, think, whenever they think peacock feather, flute, they're exclusively, attracted to Krishna. If they say one of the gopis Sakis was asking another gopi, now you have come to your youth, now you have to select some, boy to marry. Then she says, she is one of the gopis of Vrindavan. She says only, I can only marry one who wears the peacock feather, one who, sings the flutes. That is the only thing. Indirectly she is telling, I can only love Krishna, nobody else in this world. There are many beautiful people in this world, youths, but they are not comparing to Krishna. Krishna's beauty excels for everyone. He's much better than when he, plays the flute. Everyone is attracted. Even the stone also melts. Even the, those are flying things, they stop. And cows stop drinking milk. And cows stunned. And calves stop drinking milk. River flows in reverse way. Which instrument, who sings and can cause all these things? Some of the people, male maga, when they sing, the rain might come. That's one instance. But this instance, everything in the nature stops just to hear Krishna's flute. That's why she says, I can only marry such a boy who can play the flute and who can mesmerize whole world in his sweetness of the flute. Then fifth one is Tadiya Vishaya. There are people, Krishna's footprints on the sand of their thing. They see the footprints of Krishna, even animals, everyone, they never step on that. They want to preserve it. So that Priyajana have got, everything for Krishna's, whatever Krishna says, they want to preserve it. So they are become Priyajana to Krishna also. So then comes Upana. Resemble between one object and other, like we compare lotus flower, over the lotus feet of Krishna, and because there is no comparison. Here, sugar is compared, the sweetness of Krishna. But in the material world, there is nothing else can we compare. And when we, again, it's written here, combination of yogurt, sugar, candy, ghee, black pepper and camphor, and are palatable as sweet nectar. So we should know that here, somewhere it is written also, honey also is put in that. So when we add these 7 ingredients that taste like a real nectar, this is of course compared to Mahabhava of Radharani. She's only the one who can have this Mahabhava. But we can mix these 6-7 things and taste it, because our tongue tastes what? The material things and enjoys it. But we are in not a position to taste the real prema of Krishna, real bhava of Krishna. So 7 is Swabhava. Swabhava has got Nisarga and Swarupa. Nisarga is desire or samskara arising from family, established habits practically, hearing about Krishna and his guna is a partially awakening of Krati. It doesn't awake fully, Swabhava. But when it is Swarupa, has got no birth or no origin. It comes from Krishna's Nishta. Because when we achieve the godly nature, like demigods and other people, then this Swabhava, as in Swarupa comes into picture, and we can understand what is real relations with Krishna, our relationship, according to that, all the 5 and minus 7, altogether 12. When we have this experience with Krishna, then we relish much more than that. Then in Nishta also there is Lalana Nishta, that is hearing. Brahmapatni heard about, Krishna's pastime, and they were so much attached to Krishna, and they took from yajna all the food items to serve him, because that is. Then there is Ubhaya Nishta, that is, after hearing that, to intention of serving Krishna comes more and more, because when they want to serve him, like Brajavasis, they serve in their own way, either mother-wise, friendly-wise, relative-wise, Dasya-wise, and Gopis, Madhurya, and Yashoda Madhurya, and Gopis, how they serve. This shows they're different according to their self-manifested. Because we see that there are rati, when we say prema, there are 3 types of, prema. One is sadharana. Because sadharana is like Kubja. When she saw Krishna, she had developed a, like a lust, have enjoy with Krishna. And when he makes, her Kupa to Swarup, means beautiful, she has got more desire to enjoy. Of course, Krishna embraces her once and he satisfies her. Then the second one is Samajasya. In most of the Patnis in Dwarka, they have got this type of rati. That what they do, they want principle, right conduct and regulative principle, and they want to have everything as a husband, with serving him, serving their children, and bringing up them, all these things, love is there. But Samartha is only in Goloka, or whenever Krishna comes. This goes beyond in the boundaries of social restriction. It is one of them is Parakeras, we know that. It doesn't have any boundaries or relationship principle. They go beyond that. If you compare all these ratis, Sadharana rati is like a jewel. But when Samanjasa rati is a Chintamani. But when it comes to Samartha rati, it comes like Kastuba Mani, which is more precious than anything else. So here we need not talk about other combination of rati and sambhoga, because it is beyond our capacity to talk about that. So whenever we have got depressed in a modern society, what they say there is a mall therapy. When you go to the mall, then you purchase whatever your desires from. But in spiritual, there is nothing like mall therapy. It is Krishna. It's Krishna's attraction, Krishna's service, Radharani's service, and holy name, and going to and serving the devotees of Krishna. This is our therapy. Then when we do that, then we are going near to Krishna to get the ocean of, they say one drop of ocean of this mercy, and wow, we get it. We indent it, whole world in that. So one drop is so powerful. We should know that why Krishna says all these things, why he gives knowledge, why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving hope. Because we should not stop somewhere. We are making ourselves devoid of real prema, which is highest love of Krishna. There is no shortage of course, if you see the primary characteristics of prema, in Madhurya Rasa, the bond of emotion between the youthful couple never breaks, despite there being cause for the destruction of the relationship. That indestructible emotion bond is called prema. There are 3 kinds of prema, that is Prauda, Madhya, and Manda. Prauda prema, the heart of beloved flounders in anxiety over the pain of our lover must be feeling when she is late in the meeting. In Madhurya prema, that is which beloved can tolerate the desires of the lover. The third one is Manda Prema. Manda Prema is a prema in which forgetfulness may occur under some particular circumstances of time and place, or in which there is no sacrifice or respect, as the lover always extremely familiar with each other. Due to being very intimate and remaining together, all this prema is mild. Manda, there is no disrespect or neglect. So it is difficult to understand all these things, but it is written by Rupa Goswami when he understood all these characteristics of prema and other things. So we should know that if we want, like Chitta, Sneha, it is already explained by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So we should know that this is all there. There is Gata, Sneha, there is Adara, there is Gaurava, there is Adara Gaurava. Then all this conception respecting the superior is already there. But our position may not be in that way to understand all these things, because it is one of the highest understanding of bhava. When we come to prema, there is nothing short of anything. So in bhava also, there is so many things are there. Raktima raga, then Kushubha raga, Manjishita raga, and Sambhava raga. So many are there. They again, Tayi Madhuri Bhava, which is mentioned in 33 Vyabhichari Bhavas are there, 7 Gauna Bhavas are there, and beginning with Hasya, and other Bhavas like Bhavantara refers to the total 41 Bhavas taken together. So it is very difficult to understand all these 41 types of Bhavas, because we may not have the quality to understand all these things. But once we gradually progress in the direction which Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami could get it, knowledge from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That knowledge is available most of us, but we may not be ready for that now. So slowly we progress with patience, without hurrying something, then everything will be understood to us. So the conclusion of bhavas, that is Viratha Sneha, Uddatta, Maitra, Sumaitra, and Nilima, because it is found in Chandravali and queens like Rukmini. All these progressive or superior bhavas, such as Madhu, Sneha, Lalita, Sakya, Susakya, and Raktima, are found fully in Radhika, nowhere it is found. So we cannot attain such a height of bhavas, but we can have our own platform, and we can relish. As we advance more and more, we can relish more. This is like an ocean. It is whatever you have, because Krishna's beauty, Krishna's pastime, Krishna's anything related to Krishna is got unlimited pleasure to devotees. They get it. So one of the time, how Krishna reciprocates. One of the time, Chaitanya Charani, we know that he is one of the disciple of His Holiness Radhanath Maharaj. He travels many places, New Zealand, Australia, most of the places. So when he came to America, one of the places, he was, usually finish most of the times and he goes. And when he came, Denver airport, that alarm, big alarm, like explosive. He has got explosive, like it, started ringing. So everyone came, security came around him. They took his crutches and they took him to separate room. So they said, we have to interrogate him. So he was thinking, why? I am never carry anything. I am not to be suspected. Why this alarm rang? So they were also, suspicious, and he forgot what to do now. He was thinking, I will miss the plane, I will miss my class, everything he was thinking. So that time, they took him to interrogation, and the one officer came there, other officer. He said, why you have to, and they said, you have to break the crutches. He said, if you break it, how can I walk? Without crutches, I can't walk. They said, that is not my lookout. But the other officer asked Chaitanya Charan, that whether you can dismantle this, Then suddenly it struck him. Just before that, he was, thinking of 18.61, 62, 63. It is said that surrender him to utterly, his grace will be attain transcendental peace and supreme eternal abode. So, iti te jnanam akyatam guyyataram maya viprashityat sesena yachashati tata kuru. Thus I have explained to you the knowledge still more confidential. Deliberate on this fully, then do what you wish to do. So he was, thinking of all these three. Ishvara Sarva Bhutanam Hrideshi Arjuna Tishtati Brahmayan Sarva Bhutani Yantra Rudani Mayaya. So these three things he was, memorizing. All of a sudden the officer said, he was asking whether it, then he remembered, yes, these crutches can be dismantled. So they dismantled and they found some, soil in that, because when he went to Braj Bhumi Yatra, his cap, that rubber went off from his crutches and some of the dust entered, some of the Rajras, that is also very, very pure. So it entered in these crutches and that gave the sound of a explosive, the sensors, which sensor identified that soil and it thought it is a explosive, and it gave such a nice. Then the officer took out the soil and he found out, again he wanted to search everything in that, then nothing if they found. And fortunately from another half an hour he got another flight to wherever he wanted to go, he got it. So Krishna, sometimes when we remember him in any way, his sloka, his narration, his pastime, he uses memory. We know that Sarvasya cha adisanvishto. So we know that remembrance and forgiveness also comes from you. But Krishna wanted to show us, when we remember, when we go towards him, then he gives us real knowledge, what to, when to do, how to do, when to do. And he will say, he will send some, that officer also came there to relieve him from the anxiety. But ultimately, Krishna says, we have given you all the knowledges. You should understand. You have to contemplate on this and understand what is this knowledge, why this is used practically. Just reading is no use. How to apply this? So this brahmachari, one who applied that knowledge, Krishna immediately sends someone and everything is cleared. And one more thing, Krishna might be thinking, why not, purify this airport, sending some Braj. So that also possible, Krishna's mind. Who knows Krishna's mind? So the airport must be, purified with Brajavas. So one of the reasons may be that. That's my, mental concoction. I may be wrong also. So we have to see in this way, when we remember at any cost, at any anya abhilashita shunyam jnana karmadi. So when we say we have to remember, we should never forget Krishna, these incidents in the life of many people tell us why it is so important for us to understand. Because without this, nothing can, achieve in the life. And all other things are very, very, small things. We should know that. There is nothing bigger. When Haridas Thakur was chanting 119 rounds, 192 rounds, we know that. For 16 rounds we struggle, most of us. Again, I'm talking about myself. So when we struggle, when 192 rounds he does, he never was proud. Nothing can touch him because he was so humble. That is why the Lord of the universe, Jagannath, in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, used to go towards him carrying the Jagannath Mahaprasad. He used to give audience to Haridas Thakur. How great Haridas Thakur must be. Every day Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to come and see. So Lord always reciprocates how we approach him. That's why it is always remember him at any our capacity more and more, so that this ocean of Bhav we can understand little and we can grasp it according to our capacity. So these people, Rupa and Sanatana Goswami, also how they are submissive activity, submissive and humble. with the humility they accept with the grass on the teeth. They humbly accepted Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Here we should know that it is always Matir Krishna, Gatir Krishna. Everything is Krishna only. There is nothing else than Krishna. Otherwise, there is Gatir Krishna, Patir Krishna, Matir Krishna, and Ratir Krishna, attraction. So all these boils down to Krishna only. Nothing comes out of the area of Krishna. Once we understand how it is possible for us because of our Acharyas, Srila Prabhupada, our Guru Maharaj, this all enables us to come nearer and near Krishna. So it is more important for us. How Srila Prabhupada's mercy. So here, Braj Hari Prabhu says, Prabhupada was always trying to give Krishna to others, whether it is in the form of sweet, some dialogue, his books, his deities, and disciple association. He is always trying to create a situation where people could advance in Krishna consciousness. Even if people thought they are happy, he could see beyond that and was constantly aware of that suffering. He understood everything. He knew the only business of life was to give Krishna consciousness to others. And I like to think that he instilled a little of that in me. On the morning walk, he said, we are their good fortune. We are their good fortune. In other words, you and I can also give Krishna consciousness to people. After all, Prabhupada didn't say, I am their good fortune. I have come from India to give this knowledge. No, we are all their good fortune. That is also Prabhupada's humility and compassion. So we should not be proud because he is the greatest compassion. So we should know that this knowledge, whatever we got, when we give to others, we should not be proud because we are only instruments in the hand of our spiritual master and other people, Krishna. So Krishna is giving us enough intelligence, enough association. But what is happening? Because in the modern age, especially in America, some of the places, they are so much attached to this dog instead of God. What will happen? Dog is attached to master. In the next life, the master is becoming dog and dog is becoming a master. So we should not be in that, attachment or unnecessary attachment to this material world. Then it's difficult for us to gain this Krishna Prema. Krishna Prema is very, very important to us. So once we know that our goal is very, very clear, very, very clear by these margins Srila Prabhupada and spiritual master made. That's why this 9 type of service and 9 types of achievement when we get, we are experiencing the most unattainable pleasure, peace, releasing the sweetness of Krishna's prema. That's most important for us. Once our goal is set, we should not deviate for any cost. I'll stop here. Any correction, any questions is there? We can take. Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Dandavat Pranam. All guys to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you for the wonderful class, Prabhu. Prabhuji, I really liked your sweet mental concoction that you had, that the dust of Vrindavan was there for to purify the air. That was really, really nice. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Thanks.
The practical, you can ask him, Chaitanya Charan Prabhu. You can ask him himself.
Yeah, very nice.
Thank you. So now Krishna, somehow he creates the atmosphere in such a way that we remember him again and again. Our only shelter is Krishna. That is what the main purpose of this. When we take full shelter of Krishna, he will make us so many varieties of, roads for us. He makes all clear roads for us. That is his greatness. But many times we are miser in taking his shelter. That is what my understanding is.
Very nice, Prabhu. Thank you so much, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare. Actually, in Ayurvedic, according to Ayurveda, there are 6 tastes. That is Mahok, that is sweet. Amla is sour. Lavana is salty. Tikta is bitter. Kaju is pungent. And Kasha is astringent. So out of this, they say bitter taste is health promoting. Rasa. Bitter drugs stimulate the taste buds, and it increases our thirst also, reduce fat, stops watering nasal secretion. So in the spiritual also, when we have this rasa, this juice of Krishna Prema, when we are thinking of Krishna Prema, most of our health will promote ourselves. We will be not having any problem in the life, in negating all the difficulties, not distracting everything. So one, we should know why this Ayurvedic also, why they say bitter medicine is good. But in Krishna consciousness, there is nothing bitter. Everything is sweet. Like, verse, everything. The sweetest of sweetest. And Krishna is the sweetest of all the sweet available in this world. Our mindset is so much mindset. We are thinking, no, this, gulab jamun or, jalebi may be sweeter than Krishna's name. No, it cannot be compared. It can be compared with all the 7 ingredients mixed together. And when you taste this may be resembling a little like Bhav, Mahabhav. Okay? Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhu. Thank you.
We'll stop here if nobody has got any questions or any correction.
Anyone else has anything to ask, Prabhu? Okay, thank you all so much for joining. Thank you, Prabhuji, for the time and all the effort. Thank you so much. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyeva cha bhavanebhyo vaishnavo namaha. Ananta koti Vaishnava Vrinda ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Shri Shri Chaitanya Charitamrita ki jai, His Grace Murari Vallabha Prabhu ki jai.
All Vaishnavi ki jai. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much.